King tried to kill me. Don't on the rat, man.
Yeah, man. Bruh, that nigga Dusty Rose used to smoke his ass, bruh. And he said, this is a real cashmere coat. He ain't got nothing on like this shit. Dusty Rose used to talk that shit. Hey, you gotta love that nigga Dusty Rose, bruh. Bro, that nigga say he ain't got. He said he ain't got this. He said he ain't got no coat like this shit. Bruh, the funniest shit is when the funniest shit is when Macho Man used to try to make Mean Gene laugh. Nigga said your mustache is crooked. Nigga said, your beard is a little crooked. Bro, them niggas was funny as hell. Bro, that nigga came out with that cream of the crop shit. Oh my god, bro.
This is the rise to the top.
Bro, what the fuck is the black dude name? The bald head nigga, the old head dude, bro. He used to he used to say like, hold on now, cracker. Bro, he told that story. He told the story. It was him, Macho Man, and somebody, I forgot who it was, bro. He said Macho. Yeah. You talk the ball, the little, he was a promoter. He was like a promoter and shit and a manager. Not Ron Simmons, not the nigga from Nation of Domination, bro. The bald head nigga be like, hold on now, always wearing the suits and shit. Bruh, he said they was in his town one night for an event. He said, so Macho Man walked up to him, was like, hey man, you know where I can go goddamn, I can get some weed and shit. He was like, yeah, come on man, I'll take you out my old neighborhood. He said, so I got one of the cars from one of the equipment guys, and I took him out to my old neighborhood where my mom stayed. He said, so I see one of the guys that I know that hustling shit. So Macho Man hop in the back seat. I forgot the other wrestler. I want to say it was Lex Luger or somebody, bro. He said Macho Man hopped in the back seat and let dude hop up front. He said, hey man, what you got? He said, I got weed and I also got some coke. He said, bro, I looked up in the rear view mirror. All I saw was Macho Man look at me and smile. And he put that motherfucker in a chokehold so fast, he made the dude pass out and he robbed him. Threw him out the car and they pulled off. And he said, bro, what the hell you doing? He said, I had to, brother. And he started laughing. He was like, nah, bro, you don't understand. That motherfucker's a killer, bro. They'll kill my mom. They turned around, got his mom, didn't pack up none of her shit, and had her move like the next day. All because Macho Man did that dumb shit.
How much coke was it? God damn, couldn't have been worth shit.
It won't worth shit, but you know you fuck with the wrong people. It was enough that it was just something that he had in his pocket, bro.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, like in general, like for him to even bet, like.
Now, you know,
like
Macho Man was off them goddamn roids, bro. Them niggas used to be tripping, bro.
Also, I ain't just buy some. Fucking millionaire.
Shit, no, them niggas won't making millions back then, bro. Well, it was equivalent to millions and shit. Goddamn.
Thousandaires.
Yeah, shit. I was about to say like the motherfuckers was tweaking, talking about 600,000 won't shit for a year back in '89.
Yeah, that's wild. That's big wild. That wasn't shit. Come on, man. How bullshit, man.
But it was only like the big name niggas making that shit. You had like the little motherfuckers that was like just card fillers. Them niggas won't make.
$600,000 a year in '89 ain't shit, bro.
No, I'm saying you had some people bitching about it. Hogan was making that. Hogan was making crazy money. You had to be on Hogan level, like Hogan, Macho Man, Andre the Giant. Other niggas won't making that. Yeah, all them niggas, other niggas won't making that, bro. And you gotta think, Hogan and them was getting like movies and commercial deals and shit.
Yep.
And you know why all them niggas hated Hogan, right?
Why?
Jesse Ventura had tried to form a union, bro, so they could all like have motherfuckers didn't take care of, because you had guys that was like, that was just like, just to fill the seats and like make the show go longer, getting their asses whipped and necks broken and shit, and they won't get taken care of. They'll do that shit for 10, 15 years. Afterwards, they just got to pay for their own pain pills and like hope that they can survive.
Yeah.
They want no retirement plan. So Jesse Ventura was like, fuck that. Let's form a union where we all pay like tithes and shit like that. Pay dues. We'll pay dues, and we'll make sure that like guys are taken care of. They'll have retirement, medical care, and all this other shit. Hogan fucked around and told Vince McMahon, because Hogan ain't want nothing to come out of his pocket, and Vince McMahon blackballed Jesse Ventura type shit, and then like dismantled that whole talk of the union shit. That's why all the niggas hated Hogan, bro. And then Hogan had his own he had a creative writing. That's why niggas left WCW, because he had creative control in his contract.
But it's a union, dog. It's a union, and you could have opted in and opt out of that shit.
Yeah, like Hogan had so much control, bro. That nigga had creative control of his shit to where like you could win a title and you can have a storyline that's booming. He'll be like this. Well, since his storyline's doing good, what I want to do is schedule a match with him on a pay-per-view, whip his ass and take his belt. He was still everybody's buzz. That's why like when his shit was like dying out, they had NWO for him. He joined them type shit. They didn't even know who it was. They just came and told him. Eric Bischoff was like, y'all getting another member. He was like, who? Kevin Nash and Scott Hall ain't know who the fuck it was. And Hogan walked out. Hogan joined them because that shit was booming, bro.
Yeah, man. He had the black beard and shit. Evil Hogan.
Yeah.
I remember watching all of that bullshit. Sting's my nigga. Ultimate Warrior, Sting, Junkyard Dog. Those are my faves, bro. Oh yeah. No more. No more. What's up, Joe Blowski? You wanna go out? Why you standing here looking crazy and all stiff and shit? You want to go out, brother? Go out to boy. Boy, Joe Blowski with you. That nigga Joey is literally a barrel with legs, bro. He has no neck.
Hey Q.
Yo.
What's funny as a bitch? My mom, we was watching college football one day. It was the Army-Navy game. And my mom was like, yo, you gonna take your ass bail. Whoever win this game, that's what branch you gotta join. Bro, Navy beat the shit out of Army. I fucked around it. She gave me $200 to take the ass bath. She said, pass or fail. As soon as we get there, I'm gonna give you $200 to walk in and take it. I guessed through the bitch, bro. I finished the ass bath fast as a bitch, bro. I'm just guessing through sections like C, C, B, B, A, C, D. I accidentally passed, bro.
Different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's battle and fight, honor and privilege, same second. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens in Baltimore. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Army Black Knights, taking on a squad from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Black Knights will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to throw, it's Horvat. He's going for it all. He's got it down the right side. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. After losing yardage on first down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Wants to go up top.
Nice,
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Midshipmen.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's short. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Got a man. It's Howard. Finding an escape route. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy...
There he goes! A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Let's look at the big picture for Army. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Black Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Looking to throw on first down.
Get the fuck out of
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. For a quarterback, those mechanics need to be second nature, but sometimes they can get a little rushed.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've had spin sessions on the field for games with Jesse, and just gets on that back foot a lot and just can't stay consistent at all. It might be the hair gel, you know, weighing him down, but then that back foot just starts to slide in there. Mechanics get bad, sloppy.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Horvat. He's going to take off. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game, and the Mids blew him out.
And since that first blowout, obviously this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in the sport, this is it right here.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Navy will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock him up close to their goal line. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough to stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. Time to take a shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Leaves it with the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field.
But what is that shit?
They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver.
That's the glitch on me,
Off
man.
the play fake on first down.
I don't know football.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw on the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just
Touchdown, Navy! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's short. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's a new chapter at quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army, time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make great decisions,
Bro, I'm done with this
though,
quarterback,
in the
bro.
option game, which I think
Get your white ass out of here.
Damn.
something a lot of times we take for granted. It's not just making good decisions throwing it, but understanding when to dive,
All I
when to
ever
keep
wanted
it,
was
when
black
to
Grand
pitch.
National.
That's what makes this Army offense run so smoothly.
Powers through the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Coleman. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Coleman. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throwing on the run. Catch and stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it out. It's short. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They want to run it left here. Across the 25, he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They run the reverse. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be...
Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Makes the catch. It's Howard. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. They go to the wide
Stop throwing
receiver
it fucking behind.
And the defense
God damn, this nigga sucks.
No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Got his man. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Army!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to buy time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Takes his shot. On target to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Horvath. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's short. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going
I got about 5 more blocks,
here on
man.
this
I'll be
One
watching
play,
that shit.
stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
The corner route will always be one of those staple routes versus zone. So if you see zone, it's a great job by the wide receiver pushing vertically. You see him threaten that safety, and then you break off to the...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Black Knights. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. That more drives like this is what's needed.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Touchdown, midshipman. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Anchors away as Navy has pushed out this lead and smooth sailing ahead for the midshipman.
How about Navy handling this moment? This is a huge moment, obviously only show in town. Everybody cheering for you. The weather's always awful. Navy's done a great job executing, taking advantage of some Army mistakes, and they got the lead, Palmer.
A big opportunity, obviously, for Navy's program, but also doing it on a national stage. They have come out, and they have dominated Army. They're executing better. They've run the ball better. Defensively, they've been stout. This has been impressive.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Pocket breaking down. Gonna try to get it himself. Oh, what a cut! Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Howard. backhand. White crossed the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Black Knights are in the hurry-up. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Well, the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Army! Fit it in the window for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I gotta find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Navy will go back on the attack. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Black Knights! And here they come almost all the way back. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Now adjusting. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Horvath. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hogs it downfield. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's short. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
Fuck.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Black Knights are marching down the field. To the air, it's Coleman, looking to scramble. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Working on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Black Knights will have it 1st and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Howard. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Oh, he's got some space.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quickly complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Black Knights started this drive backed up in their own end, and position to score. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take.
Touchdown, Army! And the comeback is on. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball.
And it's blocked. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They still need a touchdown to take the lead here in the fourth, and they'll try to get the ball back with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. On the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reed. Nice move, creates some space. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Black Knights. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Handoff from the gun. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Halfway there on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Horvat. Going for it all. Touchdown, Shipman. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's short. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Lost a throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. They get to him as he throws. Timeout is called with just a single second left. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Army! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Perhaps you're not aware, the Army actually has more boats than the Navy, and today they also had more points. And as a result, they will celebrate a win in this rivalry game with the traditional sing second. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.